Marcus Rashford is an incredibly gifted and talented footballer with abundance of skill and great athletic prowess. In his first 2 games in professional football, Rashford set the world alight, scoring 4 goals, and to this day, he's closing in on his 100th for Manchester United. Rashford's a superstar, but what's happened so drastically that he looks a shell of the vibrant, exciting player that he once was? So what we'll look at today is Marcus Rashford, and we'll learn from what is happening with his game so that we can use it to develop our own if we also have a crisis of confidence when we're an attacking player. His loss of confidence isn't an exception, lots of players go through it, but his fantastic performance against Liverpool could be a sign of things to come. So we'll take a look at what's been causing that dip in form and how he can turn it around. And one of the initial factors could be Manchester United's tactics. Rashford's best season was in 2020, where he scored 23 goals from that left-sided inverted winger position. He'd run in behind the defence, demonstrated his pace, power and skill on the ball, and he'd get through on goal. And this was because Manchester United set up in a counter-attacking style. The back 4 dropped quite deep. Harry Maguire is not known for his pace, so Manchester United would sit deeper so that Maguire could use his strength and confidence in the air to get clear of the ball. And this would then cause or bring 2 defensive midfielders in Fred and McTominay to protect this back 4 and stop balls going through in behind to the channels of the defence. And this back 6 provided great protection in the central area of the pitch. A result of this was that Manchester United would drop deeper and the opposition's defence would step higher up the pitch, giving the other team more possession. But United would then work hard to try and win the ball, and then they could play forwards quickly because there's lots of space in behind the opposition's defence for them to counter-attack into. And this is one of Rashford's main strengths, especially since what we saw against Liverpool. He could run through on goal, but he could also move into the channels, these wide areas of the pitch just outside of the penalty area. And getting the ball in these channels, Rashford could go one-on-one and demonstrate his skills. Fernandes would look to play forwards quickly and take risks with his passing and play into this space for Rashford to break into. This counter-attacking tactic was great for Rashford, but a back injury and Solskjaer's sacking led to Rashford's loss of form. And then United brought in Ralf Rangnick, who had different tactical ideas. And these ideas were to get Manchester United to push further up the pitch to have a higher pressing game. Cristiano Ronaldo, no longer the pace he once had, would need to be closer to the goal, so United needed to step further forwards. But this left less space in behind the defence, and Rashford had little time on the ball when he did receive it, so his main strengths were almost taken out of his game. Which led to Rashford's goals and assists completely drying up. Rashford no longer had the space to run in behind and create and provide opportunities for someone like Cristiano Ronaldo. So to get more involved in the game, Rashford would drop short to the ball to try and get extra touches, but he did this into crowded areas of the pitch, instead of rather playing to his strengths and running in behind the defence and looking for options through on goal. And this poor form lasted for months, leading to a huge pressure on social media, with criticism happening regularly. And this analysis on TV was pointing out these flaws. And for any player, that will take its toll. Rashford's body language looked unhappy and his work rate definitely dropped. Was he too worried to make a mistake? And in this period, Rangnick changed Rashford and Sancho's positions, putting Sancho on the left and Rashford on the right side of the pitch. This tactical change may have worked for Sancho, but for Rashford it didn't. He's not like Manchester City's Riyad Mahrez, who can cut inside and be a great threat, curling to that far post on their left foot. Rashford is more right-footed. But his performance in the 2-1 victory against Liverpool from the left side of the pitch showed that maybe Ten Hag has seen what makes Rashford the player he is, and is this a chance for recovery? And one of the key things for Rashford, and in fact any attacking player when they're going through a dip in form, is remembering what their strengths are. Rashford's strength is to make sure he's making runs in behind the defence so he can get through on goal. If he makes these runs, he's then in better positions to then go and do the technical side of the game, where he can get in and go and finish. And in Rashford's case, it's likely his confidence was knocked so much that he forgot his strengths. And if you forget your strengths, it can be longer to get out of that slump that you're in, which for any attacking player, including Rashford, is incredibly difficult. So when you do get into those slumps, the important thing to remember is to work hard off the ball to get yourself in a better position when you do finally receive it. And when you do get it, don't overcomplicate the game. Keep it simple, play smart, and build your confidence gradually. Performances will improve, but trying too much too soon, trying for a moment of magic, will make it difficult for you to build that confidence. So work hard off the ball and keep it simple. We all go through these slumps, including an elite player like Marcus Rashford. But if you remember your strengths, you can get out of them. Continue to work hard and you'll get there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.